Welcome back, Rich Minds. It's your boy Reno coming back to you with another video. And today's topic is gonna be they thought you were stupid and basic. Yes, sir. Let me say it louder for my chosen ones in the back. Listen, family, they thought you were stupid and basic. Now, y'all already know the famous question, y'all. Why would they think that? See, I need y'all to realize something. When people start to feel like you are basic, it is because they have been around you too long and they feel like you are what everybody is, and that is average. Okay? Somebody drop in the comments and say, I'm not average. Yes, sir. Make sure you drop in the comments, family, and say, I am not average. Now, y'all know I will go in with a long intro, but we ain't even gonna do that, y'all. We gonna get directly into this, okay? Now, before we do so, y'all make sure y'all leave a thumbs up on this video, as well as subscribe to the channel. Yes, sir. Not only that, y'all, but y'all be sure to ring my bell so you can be notified after every single video I post. Let's go ahead and get into the chosen ones. Number one, the first reason they thought that you were stupid and basic is they felt that you were replaceable. Okay? Let me say it louder for my chosen ones in the back. Listen, family, they thought that you were replaceable. Okay? People, when people feel like you are replaceable, they simply feel as if you are disposable, right? Like they can throw you away, and not really feel the consequence or the ramification for it. All right. A lot of times, y'all, jobs does this. So I'll tell you this. If you look at McDonald's, y'all, okay, a job as simple as McDonald's, the employees, yes, they are disposable. All right. You can get another employee. Now, can you get another valuable employee, such as a person who is punctual, respectful, courteous, right? Mannerable, respectful, all those different things? Nah, you probably can't find that tomorrow, but you can get somebody else to do the job. All right. And at that point, it would be, what does McDonald's want? All right. But the point still remains. The employee is more so disposable, right? It's more so replaceable, because we can find Johnny from up the street, to flip these patties. Okay. We can find Caroline, from Caroline Street to drop them fries. But it's going to be difficult to find a hiring manager, right? It's going to be difficult to find another general manager, right? A GM. Makes sense what I'm saying, y'all? Drop in the comments and let me know. See, you are the GM, y'all, in their life. All right? So it's going to be very difficult to find another person who can fill those shoes. Somebody drop in the comments and say they can't fill my shoes. Yes, sir. Make sure you drop in the comments, family, and say they can't fill my shoes. And that's the reality of the situation. I'll tell y'all this right here, y'all. A lot of times, NFL football teams, they try to replace people so quick, right? They try to replace people so quick, but once they realize that we may need this person back, it's too late because they're already gone. But they felt that this person was replaceable. No, you can't find somebody running that 4-2, all right? Like Chris Johnson was. It's going to be hard to find somebody who can go out there and catch that thing like Randy Moss. All right. Oh, I even give y'all a better one. The show The Chi, right? Y'all probably remember me talking about The Chi in one of my other videos, right? I just discovered it. But the guy Jason Mitchell, the one who played Straight Outta Compton, well, he to me was the primary actor of the show. Yeah, you had Jacob Latimore, yeah, you had some other actors who were up and coming, and they had, some recognizable faces. But to me, he was the biggest actor in that particular film. Well, the moment they fired him, for some crazy stuff, something bogus, to me, the show went down, right? But they thought that he was replaceable. And, family, a lot of times, ego plays into this. Like, we gonna find somebody else, or I can find somebody to replace you by tomorrow. And the reality, y'all, is that's not the case. Okay, they cannot replace you. All right, or whatever it is that they have is going to go downhill very, very quickly, and you're going to see it on display, y'all. you're going to see it. So that is a major fact, y'all. They thought that you were replaceable, and you showed them in so many ways, right? Who else gonna cook, clean? Okay, who else gonna provide and protect? Who else is gonna listen to them? Who else gonna love them the way that you did? Who else is going to give them an opportunity? Who else is going to allow them, to be as open and as vulnerable as you allowed them to do so? All right. I'm not saying that you are the end all be all, but what I am saying, y'all, is that it is hard to find a you. All right. It is very difficult to find a you. So again, y'all, they thought you was basic and stupid. Rumor has it, y'all, they are the ones who are basic and stupid because they made a stupid decision thinking that you were replaceable. You are one of a kind. All right. Number 2, y'all, it's going to be this right here, family. They got used to you. All right. They got used to you. Family, when people get used to you, it's this special type of vibe and energy they have. All right. When a person get used to you, it's almost like, the things you used to do that used to light them up, that used to make them feel special. That thing you used to do, whether it's your facial expression, whether it's your money, all right, them being inside your space, whatever the case is, y'all, when people get used to it, they kind of think that they can find it any and everywhere else. Make sense of what I'm saying, y'all? And so when people get used to you, you have to understand something. That's really the time where you have to get up out of there. All right? Because you're going to start beating yourself up consistently, trying to figure out why don't they like when you smile at them a certain way. Beating yourself up, trying to figure out why don't they laugh at your jokes anymore. Beating yourself up, trying to figure out why don't they want to, be in your space anymore. And that is because they have gotten used to you. Okay, family, I speak about this a lot. You cannot give to the point to where people start loving your hand more than your heart. I'm going to say that once again, y'all. Don't be the person who gives so much to where they love your hand and not your heart. All right. Like you're that person who always go in your pocket because you're trying to help them put some food on the table for their kids. You're that person who take your shirt off your back, y'all, literally, and give it to them so they're not cold. You're that type of person. However, family, they will start loving your hand and they'll forget about your heart. Like they forget that this comes from the kindness of your heart. Everybody is not doing this. And guess what, y'all? You're not obligated to do so. But many people fail to realize that. So again, y'all, they got used to you. And when a person get used to you, it's because they don't see you as valuable as they once did before. All right. Y'all remember, and I'm going to talk to my ladies for a second, but ladies, you remember when that guy met you in the beginning, he was doing everything and anything to keep you up under the sun. Like I'm talking about, he was bringing roses, he was bringing flowers, right? He was telling you you was beautiful, right? He was just saying, I love you, okay? And maybe you didn't even love him at the time, but he was telling you anyway because he was reeling you in. Yeah, he was reeling you in. But once he got used to seeing your smile, right? Once he got used to getting your time, once he got used to you, wearing that same fragrance, once he got used to you wearing that same lingerie, we're just gonna keep it real, okay? Once he got used to you doing those things, it became like you're supposed to do it, like an obligation, okay? And that's what I mean, y'all, by people will love your hand and not your heart. Because family, within a car, you have something called the engine. And the engine is the reason why the car is operating. Okay? I don't care if it don't have no tires, no lights. All right. I don't care if it don't have no wheels, no whatever. Okay. That car is still going to cut on. It's probably not going to be able to roll or move. And I get that. I understand that. However, the reason why that car is moving or the reason why that car is on is because of the engine. Your heart is the engine. And people fail to realize that if it was not for your heart, then they won't be receiving anyway. You're not doing it because, they look amazing. You're not doing it because they're the funniest person in the world, right? Maybe you're doing it because you like them, all right? But more importantly, you love them, and this is the type of heart that you have. So getting right back to it, y'all, they thought that you were basic and stupid. But rumor has it, family, they are the ones who stupid because they made a stupid decision thinking that once I get used to this person, they just gonna always be there, I can just treat them how I want to treat them. It is what it is, right? That was the worst mistake they could have ever made, okay? Especially with yourself, all right? You can't find LeBron James everywhere. I'm gonna just be honest, y'all, okay? But number 3, it's gonna be this right here, family. They underestimated your independence. Yes, sir. Let me say it louder for my chosen ones in the back. Listen, family, they underestimated your independence. Family, you are the type of person who like group efforts, okay? You like group experiments, which means when you are in a relationship, you like to do things together. You enjoy having a partner, all right? With your friendship, you love camaraderie, okay? Football players, they have camaraderie. Although it's a competitive sport, they still have to have camaraderie because on that team, the people who win are those who play together. All right? You love playing together, not because you need them, but because you want them. See, this is the problem with society today. People deal with people because they need them. You want to deal with a person because you want them. And the funny thing about that? It goes to jobs as well. You don't want to get a job because you need it. You're going to resent that job every day. You're going to be mad when you see little Tim Tim and little Bim Bim running around the house. You're going to be pissed off just because you got to go to work, right? Stack them boxes, do that clerical work, okay? Be the assistant, do whatever it is that your job description says, okay? Because you're going there not because you want to, but because you need to. And by all means, do what you have to do for the meantime, but spend every single day, every single hour, every single minute, every single second doing what you got to do to get yourself out of that pit. Okay? So, sticking to the point, y'all, they underestimated your independence because they thought that you needed them, but in actuality, you just wanted them, all right? And that's really what you want. So what happened, y'all, is that one day you packed your stuff up and you left, okay? One day you say, you know what? I don't need this. Obviously, I'm not being valued. Obviously, I'm not being appreciated. Obviously, they don't see what I'm bringing to the table. Let me go ahead and get up out of here and skedaddle. Why? Because you were naturally independent anyway. Y'all, with record labels, you know who they treat with more respect? They treat the artist who has more leverage with more respect. You know why? Because they're independent. I don't need your marketing dollars. I don't need your budget. I don't need your ideas. I don't need your managers. I don't need any of what you have, actually. I already have leverage. I have a social media following of over 500,000 to 1 million. Some people stuff get to 10 million. I get that, right? However, you're going to have more negotiating power the more leverage you have. That is with business, relationships, marriages, friendships. You can't come in on the side of the street with and you got a grilling business, right? And maybe you got the best grilled burgers, grilled chicken in town. I give you that. But when you go to that major corporation who got the marketing dollars, who got the budget, who got everything that you need, and you talking about you need to invest in me because I got the best chicken and the best burgers in town, they're going to look at you like you crazy. Why? Because you have no leverage. All right? But when you have the ability to be independent, right? Those who underestimate your independence, they're going to be looking stupid and basic. They're going to be looking stupid and dumb. You know why? Because when you are independent, you are able to push your own buttons. You are able to make your own decisions. You don't need somebody to spoon feed you. All right. Now, without beating this into a pulp, family, all I'm saying is that they underestimated your independence, right? They thought that you were stupid and basic, but rumor has it, family. Number one, why would they think that? But number two, family, they are the ones who are stupid and basic because they underestimated your independence, not realizing how self-reliant you were, and you walked off into the sunset. Number four, y'all, it's gonna be this right here, family. They underestimated time. All right, they underestimated time. And here's the thing, y'all. Yes, they underestimated your time. Don't get me wrong, they did. However, I want to speak on this right here, family. Some people underestimate time, period. I want to kind of play God's advocate. Some people don't necessarily underestimate your time for the wrong reasons, but some people are just not mature enough to look at this whole thing we call life as an experience that we get one time. After that, it's all over, which means life is short, all right? And you have to take advantage of every moment that you are in. I told y'all, the biggest thief of today is tomorrow. Why? Because we have anxiety of what's going to happen instead of worrying about, in our current state and position, what should happen. Sticking to the point, y'all, let me cook for a second. All I'm saying is that they underestimated your time, right? And they underestimated time itself. All right. So that means that people think that you're going to be there forever. People think that this is going to carry on regardless. People feel as if nothing's going to happen. It's going to always be, working in my favor regardless. I'm going to have time. You don't know how much time you have with a person, right? I mean, we've seen how many people pass away this year in 2024, right? And they're still leaving here. And we are only in it's December the 5th today, I want to say. Family, tomorrow ain't promised to no man. So they underestimated time, not realizing that it could be anything, whether it's death, whether it is you just straight up leaving, whether it is them getting up out of here, whether it is you getting the opportunity and now you got to move. All right. I mean, whatever the case is that's going to put you in position to leave them, family, they underestimated time all around. They thought that you were stupid and basic, right? You're not, because you understand the value of time. Time is the greatest commodity that we all have, right? Family, you got to understand how to manage more than just money. You got to understand how to manage your time. All right. Everybody around here, oh, I don't got no time. Yes, you do. What are you doing within your day? What do your schedule look like? Do you have any loopholes? Are you getting up on time? Right. And that's a whole nother topic in itself. What I want y'all to realize is, family, is that they underestimated time, thinking that you was going to always be there, and you're not. All right. The last one, family, is going to be number 5, and that is you dimmed your light. All right. You dimmed your light, y'all. Now, I always speak about not dimming your light for nobody. I know I always speak about, allowing your light to shine, do great works, therefore you glorify your Father in heaven. I'm always speaking about being your greatest version of yourself, okay? And I don't want nobody thinking that I'm looking down on them because they dim their light. Family, you would dim your light when you are around people that you're trying to please. This is what happens when you're trying to be a people pleaser. This is what happens when you feel like you don't want to shine so much and make somebody else feel bad or make somebody else feel low. I never forget, y'all, when I was working in the airport, I met this lady, and I think I said something along the lines of, I'm not trying to come off like I'm better than anybody. I said something like that. I can't really remember, right? But she said something that was profound, and it stuck with me to this day. She said, you make them come to your level. You never stoop to them. You never stoop to nobody else's level. Make them come to your level. right? Which means you don't get off your throne for nobody, right? You don't dim your light for nobody. You be who you are. And if they are offended, then they was not meant to be around you, or they were not for you in the first place. Okay? And so what I'm saying to you is that the reason why they thought that you were stupid and basic is because they never got the opportunity to see how dope you were. They never got the opportunity to see how beautiful you were. They never got the opportunity to see how talented you were. They never got the opportunity to see how handsome you were, right? How amazing you were. Are y'all following what I'm saying? So this is why they thought that, because you dimmed your light to appease them. But here's the funny thing, y'all. You never appeased them. You only made them look down on you. So I'm telling you this is your time to shine. Somebody drop in the comments and say, it's my time to shine. Stop dimming your light for people, family. Because when you dim your light, they talk about it anyway. You need to put some makeup on. You need to start back working. You need to start back exercising. Whole time you trying to please them. You trying to give her more time. You trying to give him more time. You trying to appease to what he want. You trying to please her to give her what she want. This is why you can't make nobody happy. You got to be happy with self. All right. Somebody drop in the comments and say, I'm happy with self. OK, but without, beating this y'all into a pulp. Once again, y'all, they thought that you were basic and stupid. But rumor has it, y'all, they are the stupid and basic ones. OK, because they're never going to find another you. At least not tomorrow, all right? But anyway, y'all, let's go ahead and do this recap, and then we'll conclude this video. So, number one, y'all, they thought that you were replaceable. Number two, they got used to you, okay? They got used to your cooking. They got used to your protecting. They got used to your providing. They got used to your smile. They got used to your experiences. They got used to your good work ethic. They just got used to everything about you. Number three, they underestimated your independence. They thought that you needed them. Number four, they underestimated time. They thought that you would be there forever. And number five, y'all, you dimmed your light, which means they never got to see how dope you truly were. Okay, family, y'all already know how we do. If you would like to purchase any one of my Yes Sir t-shirts, book a one-on-one session with me, enroll into my social influence course, or purchase any one of my books, you can do so by hitting the link in my description. I'm gonna catch y'all in the next video. Y'all keep a rich mentality. Peace. What's good, family? It's your boy Reno. Check this out, y'all. I just dropped my social influence course, okay? Where I show you how to build up your social media platform as well as become a self-published author. Understand what I'm saying, y'all? If you want to leverage your expertise, okay, you got to publish your book. But not only that, if you want to get popping and build your community, you got to build up your social media platform. And so I put that all in one course, okay? And so all you got to do is go to the link in my bio, all right? And drop in the comments, social influence. If you want to build up your social influence, click that link in the bio and we're going to get you popping. Keep a rich mentality.